Hello and welcome to episode 535 of the Daily Sales Message Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. And I'm really aware that I'm talking super quick, so I'm going to slow down for this episode, hopefully. Today's episode, we're talking about something which I call reverse selling. And what that is when you're talking with a potential buyer, most of the time, people that talk with a potential buyer trying to be as nice as possible. They'll say yes to pretty much anything because we're trying to get the business through the door. We'll be as accommodating and as lovely as possible. We're trying to do that and buyers know that. When buyers go to buy something, they're very used to people going, "Oh, great. Hello, welcome. Can we have your money? Isn't this wonderful?" Reverse selling is taking a slightly different approach. It's not about being rude or confrontational, but it is about just gently pushing buyers back a little bit and doing something like this. If somebody comes and says, "Oh my God, James, I think I need a clear sales message. How much do you charge? What do we do? Oh, great. Sounds great. Da, da, da." Rather than me going, "Oh, that's great. Come on in. Let me take your money. This is wonderful." I would actually say, "Great to hear from you. Why do you think a clear sales message is right for you?" "Well, because we've got this problem, that problem, blah, blah, blah." How do you know a clear sales message could solve that problem for you? I think it could, but how do you think? What do you think you're going to get from this that will solve that? And what we're doing here is not actively trying to put people off. That might sound like it a little bit, but we're not. We're not trying to actively put people off. We're trying to just check in with them and say, "All right, you think you need this, but what's your expectation as to what you're going to get?" Because I know what they're really going to get, what the deliverable is. So what's your expectations of what you're going to get? Here's what I know you're going to get. And we just want to make sure that that matches. But by me pushing back and saying, "Why do you think a clear sales message is right for you?" they're going to really think about it in their mind. And it makes me look like I'm in a very confident and unneedy, it's probably a term, unneedy position. Because I'm not just going, "Oh yeah, come on through. You can send me some money. This is wonderful." I'm trying to make sure it's right for them, genuinely. I'm not trying to push them away per se. It's just a form of qualification. Reverse selling is a form of qualification. We just gently push back and say, "Well, I think it's right for you, but what's your expectation? What do you think this is going to be like?" Just to make sure. And in the end, if you're talking to the right kind of person, it should all match up and they should really be trying to get you to sell to them rather than you trying to get them to buy from you, which is always a much nicer place to be. So think about what are the kind of pushback questions or qualification things you can ask along the lines of, "So why do you think this is right for you? What about this do you think is going to make a difference for you?" Have some of those questions to hand, use them in your next selling conversations, and notice how you feel in the conversation in terms of how you're leading and the confidence that you might have, but also in how your potential buyer responds to you, because when done correctly with the right tonality, it's a real game changer, real game changer. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. Tomorrow in episode 536, we're talking about lurkers on social media, those people that are lurking in the background, but the importance of them. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. In the meantime, if you haven't already, please hit the like, subscribe, comment button, leave a comment below, share this with somebody who you might think would appreciate it. Any kind of interaction will help the algorithmic gods know that these podcasts are worth listening to, and it'll help us reach more people. Thank you for your time and attention. As always, I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the Daily Sales Message.